Hi everyone, welcome back to Glass Up. Okay, so I'm here and I don't want to be here. To be honest with you, like I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I have been crying all fucking morning. I'm emotional. Don't know why. I'm not pregnant. Don't even fucking try that shit. I am just emotional today.
What a good start. What a good welcome back.
What a great welcome back.
We're back.
I miss everyone. I miss Sick. I miss you guys, but I don't feel like talking today. You know, one of those days you just don't want to talk. That's today. And I'm here with the evil Knievel, Joshua.
Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been over a
He's
month.
the one who forced me to be here.
I'm trying to, guys. I'm doing it for you. I did it for you.
But
so
I don't want to talk.
So we're back after a month. Karlee's really excited to be here. She's really excited to do this. She missed the podcast like crazy. That's all she's been talking about.
Stop. I did and I do. I just don't feel like talking today right now. I talk for my whole career. I just don't want to talk right now.
Right.
I've been off the past like 4 days.
You've been off?
Yeah.
So let's get back on.
I mean like mood wise.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Sick.
Hi guys, welcome back to Glass Up. Look at your reaction. That's great. I love that. Okay, we're back. All right, so we're back, and just as excited as Karlee is, I'm twice that excited. So get ready for some crazy shit because it's been a month of pent up frustration.
Yep.
Frustration?
Not like
Sexual frustration.
I was just gonna say not sexual frustration.
Not sexual frustration.
Oh.
No.
Verbal frustration.
Verbal, yes. Not sexual.
Should I leave if you guys don't have
No.
sexual
He didn't mean that. I thought we were on two different. It's been a month. It's been a month.
It's
so
gonna take time.
We're
That's why today's episode is supposed to be high energy, so we can catch each other's drift and get back on track. Because this train was derailed a while ago.
Okay.
Glass up, got put down, never got picked back up.
Shattered.
Yeah. Well,
I shattered glass yesterday.
We had
and I almost
COVID.
sat in fucking glass. Oh yeah.
We did have COVID.
Okay, can we start in chronological order as to what happened when we last left off on the last episode of Glass Up?
I don't remember.
So that would have been before we left for the cruise.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all went for a cruise.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to New York.
Yes.
One of us got to go on our trips.
Yes.
So you guys can tell your story, and I'll tell what happened on my story at the fucking border. And yeah, just go from there. How was it cruise?
Good.
It was good.
How's Penelope Cruz?
It was okay. So it was a good cruise. Only thing during COVID, a lot of stuff obviously like everywhere we were at indoors basically, you had to wear a mask in like the buffet area and like anytime you're going to dining, which kind of makes sense, whatever. But overall, it was fun. We were supposed to be on another ship, not the one we were on. So the ports were a little bit better on the one before, but it worked out. It was really fun. We had a good time. It was my first cruise, so if you haven't ever been on a cruise, definitely that is a good way to travel. You get to see a lot, and there's a lot on the ship as well.
We should tell the story about the old man.
Oh, shit. Good one. You can start.
No, I don't want to start. You start.
Okay, I'll start.
Thank you. And finish.
So we're in the pool. We lived basically in the pool,
Yes.
in the hot tub, whatever, right? So we're in the pool and we're, on the cruise ship. I don't want to sound like a fucking tool here, but I'm going to. We attracted a lot of attention on the cruise.
More than I thought we were.
Way more. Like
Was it mainly like older people on the cruise? Is that why?
It was like I would say like 30, 40, 50s up.
Okay.
Not many people our age.
Yeah.
But we did like a lot of people wanted to come up and talk to us. I don't know why. It's just how it was.
Well, they said I was the most beautiful girl on the ship.
Yes, that actually did happen. A group of ladies came up to Karlee and they said that to her. They said, "You are the most beautiful girl on the ship." I was like, my
whole trip was made from that.
Yeah, and then people. I think I don't know what it was, but anyway. So we're in the pool.
Maybe the fact that I have a fake ass and you're covered in tattoos. That's probably the reason why they all came up to us.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah. They probably thought they can't afford this trip.
Yeah, what are they doing here?
Even though my
all the money on her ass. They have no more money left.
He can cruise on her ass. It's as big as this ship.
No shit.
I don't need a life jacket and float.
Flotation device.
Bro, you imagine Karlee just floating.
That's literally what...
My head would be drowning though. So
yeah. Your ass is just helping keeping you up.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. So anyway, so we're in the pool and this old man starts talking to us and he's talking about whatever the fuck. And he was a very nice guy. And all of a sudden, so Karlee and I are talking, he starts like moving and all of a sudden there's a testicle. That made
his shorts were very like
they were short.
His swim trunks were really short, and he was sitting like with his legs open like this, talking to us. And as every time he scooted, it would raise him
right
up
up.
and up
They'd
and
ride
up and
up.
up. And we're in the middle of talking to him, and his fucking nutsack is hanging out, and but he's sitting on it, so it's like red and red. It looks like it's about to fucking pop.
Like, you know when you're doing like one of these, and you twist the thing,
and it looks like it's gonna explode.
Bro, it was fucked. But you know, like a train wreck when you can't not look.
And we were having we're in the middle of a conversation with him, so like a deep.
Do you remember the topic of
conversation.
Yes, we were talking about his home in Florida and how much he spent on it. He lives in like a trailer.
Right.
And he was talking about like the cost of it and how many rooms he has and blah blah blah. So he was talking to us about that, and then obviously, lo and behold, some nuts come out, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, like you can't. But like, bro, imagine I'm talking to you and your nuts are just hanging out. Like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, here's the pool level down here, and he's up here. So
he's sitting on like a
he's not
bench
even
outside.
on the water.
No, he's not underwater. He's outside of the pool talking to us on like this bench, and we're in the pool. So the level,
like we're
to get to his face, I have to look at his nuts. That's pretty much the order of how that has to go.
And he's doing that, like the whole pool is looking, and I feel so bad.
Everyone saw. They're like,
He
bro.
didn't notice?
Nope.
Not a breeze?
Not
Nothing?
a breeze.
But this asshole. So we're trying to keep. So we keep looking at each other and kind of grinning right as we're talking. But we're both trying to keep a straight face, and I'm trying to look him in his eyes when we're talking. This motherfucker starts making jokes like, "Oh, it's really testing my patience right now." Or he's like, that's really ballsy in the middle of the conversation with him.
Like talking to him.
Making like freaking puns that only I'm understanding.
Yo,
like, oh, that's real ballsy.
I'm like, oh, that's ballsy of you. I'm like, wow. This is really testing my patience. And it was just funny.
He was obviously catching on, but I was. And I was trying not to just piss myself laughing the entire time.
Great.
That's fucking crazy.
And then some guy, older guy, probably like 70. So Karlee gets up to go somewhere. She went to go get food or something, and I'm sitting there, getting my tan on, you know how it is. And he looks at me, he goes, "Hey, so you gotta tell your girlfriend to cover her ass because I keep getting in trouble from my wife." I was like, no.
Oh my god.
Mind you, he's 70 years old. I'm not gonna fucking be like, "What the fuck did you say, asshole?" Like,
yes. Can I just say something really quick?
Go ahead.
I hate this excuse.
I know
of
that they're
older
old.
men.
I know.
Having the right to say whatever.
Yeah, they have no fucking
but I
filter.
thought it was funny.
They have no filter, but it was. Yeah. He said it in a way where it was like
funny.
It was
like,
funny.
Not
it was like a joke.
Yeah, he wasn't like, "Yo, tell your girlfriend to cover her ass when my fucking." Like, I was like, no, bro. Like, he was just like, I keep getting in trouble for my wife. And he starts laughing. Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I tell her when she gets back, and then she starts laughing, and he knows I just told her. So he's laughing. It was just funny, but I know what you mean with the excuse thing. Yeah. I don't like it either, but I was like...
Like catcalling and stuff is still not...
Yeah.
Like, if it's a joke, obviously it's a joke. I know so many old guys that do that shit.
But he was
Yeah.
The only thing I said is he was respectful enough to say it when she was gone.
Right, of course.
She left, and then he said that to me, and I was like... I'm like, I don't really fuck with that, but I'm just like... I'm on a cruise. I'm not fucking...
You're gonna throw him overboard.
I'm not throwing you up. I'm like, you're fucking probably 70 years old, break a hip, walking.
I thought
so
it was
I'm
funny.
like, it was funny. Whatever, it was harmless. But anyway, so that was how
and
the
then
cruise
his
was.
wife sat behind him when she was eating, remember?
Oh,
and she was like, I'm gonna watch you. And he was like, and then he looked at us and he's like,
yeah.
And the wife the whole time was looking at him like,
she was so mad.
Okay, question. Whatever happened with Ballsy? Did he fucking end up covering up?
Yeah,
what happened?
So we ended up actually having a conversation with another person in the pool. We were just like, we ended up turning away, like naturally. It wasn't like we just started to ignore him. We conversation was over. We turned away, and then he kind of just got up and marched out.
Damn.
So
you imagine if he
stood
nuts.
up. It was nuts.
I bet.
It's completely nuts. So I was like, that shit was cool. I was like, whatever, that's cool. I get to see some old man balls on a cruise. It's whatever.
Major cruise.
There's some pros and cons to a cruise ship. Obviously, that's the con.
Yeah.
Or a pro.
That's a pro.
I think.
Well,
I mean, I think it would have been a pro had he stood up and it hit his ankle.
No, that's not a pro.
Because then he's got some balls on him.
Oh, fuck. He did look like he was in pain, but I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, motherfucker's sitting on his own goddamn testes.
Like I'm like, dude, how do you not fucking feel that? I was telling her, I'm like, how does he not feel that, bro?
You would feel that?
If I sat on my,
I don't know. I don't
if
know.
I sat on my balls,
Bro,
you would know
Yes,
immediately.
you never
Like it-
sat on your balls?
Like it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It literally looked like it was going to fucking explode.
Oh.
Yeah, bro, it's fuck. But it's like a train wreck. Before anybody judges me, like, you gotta look. I'm not like staring, but I'm like.
No,
you know,
I think
I'm
everyone
like,
knows
wanna-
what you're saying. But okay,
And he was so sweet. I didn't want to embarrass him.
Yeah, he
Fair
was a
enough.
nice guy. He
Fair
was a
enough.
nice man. So if you're watching this,
We didn't
somehow,
embarrass him. We didn't like laugh in front of him or anything.
No.
And it wasn't like an hour. It was like 10 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a long.
I think 10
time.
minutes is a long time when you're
It
looking at
is
a
a
ball.
long time, but I didn't want to embarrass him. Be like, yo, you're bald.
No, but that's fair. That's fair. Like I think there's like a certain code you can just kind of be like, just kind of like scratch your own balls and just be like, you know what I mean? Like, when somebody's got some shit in their nose, you scratch your own nose, or someone's got something there, you
Yes.
scratch your own eye.
Yes.
Scratch your own balls.
Unless
I was
it's
in
like
the pool. I was in
unless
the
it's
pool.
like
I
a
couldn't.
friend or
You could
family.
have just jumped up and woo.
I'm like, hey, I'm just itching my nuts, and he's like, oh shit, thanks. No, he's sorry, not gonna happen. Anyway, continue with your story
Oh fuck, man.
or tell it. I
Yeah,
should say.
my story was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna obviously cut it short. It was a long story, but basically what happened was I was supposed to go to New York, and I got turned back at the border. And the reason I got turned back at the border was because the guard was so convinced I was going to New York to work and earn an income,
Yeah.
which is illegal because I don't have a work visa. So, anyways, we get to the border, and the lady at the booth is already in a pissed off mood. She comes up, she's like, my cousin's driving. She opens the window, asks questions. Where are you going? I'm going to drop him off at the airport. Why? Where's he going? And so my cousin's answering, he's going to New York. She asked me, why are you going to New York? I told her the reason why. I'm going to visit some friends. Where do they live? In New York. But where in New York? They live in Soho, which is like a pretty popular area. And keep that in mind because the fucking guard inside was a dickwad. So anyway, so she's asking me all these questions. She's just like, yeah, I'm not believing anything that you're saying. Basically saying like, I don't believe that you're going to see these people, that you're going to just visit them because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, okay, send this inside. Guard questions my cousin for like not even 5 minutes. Sits him down. Now I'm up there. He calls me up. Where are you going? Tell him everything as well. I'm going to New York to visit these people. How'd you meet these people? Online. I was a fan of theirs. I just sent him a message and I just connected with them and we became friends. How does that happen? Well, we started talking. We just kind of built a relationship. We just became friends. So okay, what do you do for work? I told him like media, music videos, podcasts, this and that. He's like, yeah, I don't understand what you're telling me. And I'm like, well, I don't know how else to say this.
Yeah.
And he's like, explain a day in the life of you. What does your day look like? Like, well, it varies by the day. Like some days I can wake up and have nothing to do. Some days I wake up and I'm working from like 8 a.m. to maybe midnight or something, right? Like it varies. It depends on the day. So I just took like a podcasting day, for example. I tell him how I come here, set all this up and whatever. And he looks at me and he got like angry a little bit. He goes, you're speaking a foreign language to me. Break it down so I can understand what you're saying. And I told him like, I didn't want to say anything at this point. I just said what I said earlier, just rearranged words and said it. And he looks at me and he shakes his head. He's like, ugh. And he like writes a bunch of shit down, basically like podcast, video, like all writing just keywords. Then he goes, he's like, okay, so where are you going? I'm like, New York. But where in New York? He's like, New York's a big place. Where in New York are you going? I'm like, I'm going to this studio to visit I'm going to stay in Long Island. And I'm going to visit my friends. I'm just going to go visit some family here and there on vacation, whatever. He's like, for how long? I'm like, 9 days. He goes, you're going to New York alone for 9 days. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you going to do in New York for 9 days alone? I'm like, well, I don't have like an itinerary. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear and kind of go based off what, happens that day. Like, I don't know. I've never been there. And he's like, okay, so tell me about these people that you're going to see. Do you work with them? I'm like, I don't work with them. No, like I work remotely here, but we're under the same banner. Right? And he goes, oh, so you're telling me you're going there to work. I'm like, that's not what I'm telling you. And like, he's like, he kept asking me work related questions. I think after 4 or 5 different questions, I'm like, sir, I can't work there. I don't have a visa. It's illegal. And when I said that, he went to go ask the next question, but stopped because I guess I kind of caught him in his track in a way. And again, he reiterates, where's the studio located? I'm like, New York. Where in New York? I'm like, Soho. And he goes, spell Soho.
What?
I swear to God. He goes, spell Soho. I'm like,
so he's just being a dick.
100%. I'm like, SOHO. He goes, that's a real place? I'm like, yes, sir. It's a very popular place. He's like, where is it? I feel like at this point, he's just asking me these questions to kind of get me to lose my shit. Right? And I can't blow the fuck up in this fucking facility. Like, it's all officers everywhere. Me and my cousin are the only brown people in here. There's maybe 50 people that are sitting in there. Me and my cousin are the only brown guys. He's such a fucking tool. He's aggressive questions, this and that. He's like, okay, I need to see, because I don't know if you guys have been sent inside, but you got to keep your electronics in the car. You can't take your shit inside.
Yeah, sent us out a couple times.
I need to see. He's like, I need to see your conversations with this guy. What's his name? I'm like, his name's Alex. Alex what? Does he have a last name? I'm like, Anderson. He goes, can you spell it for me? I don't know this guy. How do I spell it, Anderson?
Anderson is really easy to spell. There's
Yeah.
only one way to spell it.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm spelling it, complying, whatever. And then he's like, all right, I need to see conversations with him. I need to see the confirmation for your flight, for your hotel, for this and that. I'm like, okay, my phone's in the car. Can I go get it? He's like, well, yeah, you needed to show me. I'm like, they asked me to keep it in the car. He's like, well, I'm telling you to go get it now. Okay. I go to get the phone, and the guard at the door puts his hand right on my chest and stops me. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, the officer asked for my phone. It's in the car. He goes, no, where are you going? To get my phone, sir.
What the fuck?
And he's
They're
like,
treating you like shit.
yeah. And he goes to the officer, like, you're sending him to get his phone? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. Then he takes his hand off my chest, and he's like, all right, now go ahead. I go get my phone. I come back in, and the guy that was sitting beside the officer that was questioning me, when I walk in, I just kind of heard like the tail end of their convo, and he was kind of like talking some sense into him about like, it makes sense, like what he's going for, this and that. Officer calls me back up. Super nice now. He's not being a dick at all. He's like super respectful, super nice. He goes, hey man, so like, yeah, like, because before he sent me out, he's like, yes, I'm not letting you into the country, just so you know that. Like, I'm not letting you in.
So then why would he even ask for your stuff?
Yeah. So then I come back and he goes, all right, man, that's like, let me see the confirmations for all this and that. He's writing down the hotel name. He's writing down the flight numbers, like the key detail informations. And he, after being super nice, I'm thinking he's just going to be like, okay, I'll let you actually go now, right? He goes, yeah, so I'm still not going to let you into the country. I'm just going to take your fingerprints and then we'll send you on your way.
What?
And I'm like, oh my God. And so they fingerprinted me. But this part is what really threw me over the fucking edge was when because the officer that was fingerprinting was a different guy, and he goes to the officer that was questioning me. He goes, hey, do you want to roll him? Meaning like take my fingers and print the whole thing.
Yeah.
The officer who questioned me looks at me. He starts laughing, and he's like, he goes, it's the least I can do for him. And that just fucking I put my hood on, and I just kind of like just stood there because I'm like, I'm this fucking close to blowing my fucking fuse. And this is where I knew he was fucking with me, because again, people were fingerprinting all the time. Not trying to make a racial thing, but it was all white people just fingerprinting regularly. I go to fingerprint, he goes, stop. I'm like, he's like, face the wall. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, face the wall. I'm like, which wall?
Why do they treat people like shit?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I'm like, which wall? He's like, the fucking wall.
There's 4 walls, sir.
Yeah.
Like in every room, there's 4 walls.
Yeah.
So
he's pointing. He's like, the fucking wall. I'm like, okay. So I face it. He goes, now put your hand up. So I look like a fucking idiot with my hand like this, facing the wall, being fingerprinted.
Why did he?
I don't know. And he's laughing. Him and the other guard, they're just dying of laughter.
That's fucking
as he's doing my fingerprints.
fucked up.
Yeah. Then he stops my left hand. He goes, all right, other wall. So now I'm on this side doing this shit, getting fingerprinted. And then they send me on my way, and we're getting sent back. And the guard that was escorting us back to Canada, he was like a younger guy. Now again, I don't want to make this like a super race thing, but like every officer inside was white, every single one of them. And you can't even ask for like the supervisor because they're obviously gonna take each other's sides, right? The officer that was escorting us back was like a younger guy. He looked like he was in his mid-20s, an African American guy, and my cousin asked him, he's like, hey, can we try getting in from the tunnel because he has a flight to catch in a couple hours. And he goes, look, man, they just asked me to escort you back. I don't know what they told you or why they're sending you back. Word of advice. He whispered his voice. He goes, word of advice. I wouldn't come back into the country for at least 48 hours because it's on your record that you got turned back today.
Yeah.
If they see that you're coming back into the country from a different point, it's going to be really bad for you. He goes, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about everything that happened. You got to take a L on the flight, but I would advise you to not come back in. Super nice, super respectful. Escorts us back. Once we kind of go back on the bridge, apologizes again. Hey, man, I'm sorry. Shakes our hands. Everything's good. All right, cool. We're out. Come back to Canada. The day I got back, I didn't give a fuck about anything. I was just so pissed because this is the first time in my life. Like, I've dealt with racism, but I've never dealt with it to this extent.
That's fucked up.
To the point where I was literally the laughingstock for a solid 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can rip on myself, make fun of myself, but this was just a different level. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it was just crazy, bro. And so I got home, I was just pissed. I went straight to bed. The next day, and that's when I came to your house, And I kind of briefed the story for you a little bit, and you were saying about getting the money back, and I just didn't give a fuck about the money. I'm like, the money's, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that, it's gone. I don't care. Eventually, I managed to get my money back for the hotel and then the flight credit. I got all that stuff back. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, for the time I was supposed to be in New York, the first day I was pissed. The next day, the Tuesday, I woke up super depressed because I'm like, this is supposed to be my first full day in New York.
Yeah.
So that was pretty shitty. Obviously, as time kind of went on, I just accepted. I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The 15th, I was supposed to return. I woke up on the 15th. I'm like, all right, today was supposed to be the day I'm supposed to come back. Whatever, everything's cool. I'm chilling. The 16th, it was a regular day. Friday, on the 17th, I'm in Toronto now. Holy shit, that made up for the loss of the trip.
Good.
Because when I went to Toronto, so what happened was on the Friday, I was supposed to go to a comedy show. Some guy that I edit podcasts for, he had a comedy show in Toronto, so he gave me 2 tickets. And so I met up with the fan. I'm not going to say her name because I in case she doesn't want to be mentioned, but I met up with her. We went out to eat, whatever, we hung out, and we went to the comedy show.
Met up with a fan of who?
Of the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So anyway, so then Saturday I just hung out with my friends. Sunday I went to brunch with my friends and saw my cousin for a bit, and then I just drove back. But that weekend itself was pretty fucking sick, bro.
So it made up for the loss.
Yeah, but I still really wish I went to New York because it sucked, man. Like everybody there had fucking plans. Like they were all ready to go. Like Tuesday night, I got a call from my boss. He's like, "Yo, where you at, man? We're at the bar. Where are you?" I'm like, "Yo, so I'm actually still in Canada." Yeah. He goes, "What the fuck? Why?" So I told him, I briefed it, and he goes, "I have to ask you an honest question." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Are you a felon?" I'm like, you motherfucker. No. No, I'm not a felon.
But just being a dick.
Because people automatically assume once you get turned back at the border that there's an issue with your record or whatever. We've been turned back.
Americans don't really understand, though, what it's like crossing a border like that. Like going into their own country. They don't understand. So
we actually have the busiest border crossing in North America. We're busier than the Texas border. We are the busiest border crossing.
Of course.
Now, I know they deal with a lot of shit there. But they can be dickheads.
It's honestly luck.
We've gotten, we've gotten like amazing people. Like for like 2 seconds you're in and out, boom, boom. Yeah. But like again, you get a situation like that, and you know what's weird that they fingerprinted you. We didn't get fingerprinted, but we got turned back.
Yeah, he goes to me. He's like, so we're gonna fingerprint whatever. He's like, it's not criminal. It's completely administrative. But he's saying that, I'm like, bro, it's still on my record now.
Yeah, I've never been fingerprinted.
Why do they have to fingerprint you is what my...
Yeah.
Well, they do it just randomly.
I understand, but when we got turned back, I was fucking pissed. I said to the lady, I'm like, I called you guys fucking 3 times, asked 3 different people, why am I getting turned back when I already clarified this? Now we're out X amount of money. Like, what the fuck? And I was visibly pissed off. Mm-hmm. But again, you're at the border. Chill out. Yeah, that'll be the last time you cross that motherfucking border if you start flipping your shit over there, right?
Exactly.
But we didn't get fingerprinted. They just escorted us back to Canada. Like,
it's all luck.
It was fine. Yeah, but like if I was in a situation like yours, which I know people, they deal with discrimination and racism and all that shit every day. I don't know if the border has it, but like I would have called.
I don't think
and made
you can.
Like you can report. I'm sure. No,
yeah,
it's gonna go in one ear out the other.
Yeah, I understand, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I get what you're saying, but it's just shitty.
Do you remember his name?
I don't remember his name.
It's just it's a shitty situation.
I know. I can tell you what his face looked like if I saw him.
Yeah, but they'll probably know his name if they say, "Hi, I'm sick, blank. I was fingerprinted at the border. You have my record." It will definitely show the officer that took you in.
Yeah.
I
know it started with a D, and
I mean, I'm sure they're not going to listen to you.
No,
they all have each other's backs.
Exactly.
They're like, we don't need a reason. They don't need a reason. That's the fucked up part. Is they don't need to give a valid reason.
Yeah.
It's whatever they feel.
So their authority.
I have a buddy that I used to work with.
Yeah.
And he actually knew the superintendent of the border. Only reason he knew that is because at our work, something happened where I used to work, and the guy was like, "Hey, I saw what happened." He's like, "If you need a witness, here's my card." And he ended up being the superintendent of the border. Mm-hmm. So he went to cross one day, and he was having a fucking problem. Similar to you, he was experiencing like racism and discrimination. Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Okay, can you, he's like, is blank here?" And they go, "Who?" He goes, "Blank, he's the superintendent." I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, "Oh, tell him I want to talk to him."
Yeah.
Like, tell him this is my name, this is who I am. Tell him to come out. And he fucking did. And he ended up giving the officer, like, fucking shit.
Yeah.
It was like, don't treat him that way, whatever. And he ended up letting him cross. Because they weren't going to let him through. And he name dropped. He's like, well,
Yeah.
Can I have his name? Shit.
He's not there anymore.
Straight
Retired.
up. Yeah.
That's what I was saying too. I'm like, yo, give me his name, cause like
Yeah.
I want that fucking hookup too.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
like,
fucking crazy.
But yeah, he ended up like going through that same shit, and he ended up doing that. I'm like, see, that's some fucking bullshit that like that even has to happen for him to be like, oh no, can you bring this guy out here so I'm not treated like this?
Absolutely.
Like, that's fucking terrible.
To me, I didn't even look at it like a racial thing at first. To me, I was literally, because like I don't like to put the race card into a lot of shit. So for me, it was just like, oh, I just got a bad officer. That's what I was looking at it like. And then when I was talking to my friend about it, she goes, it sounds racially intended. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yes. Like, you said you were the only brown guy there. You're the only one treated like that. And like, when I told the fingerprint part, she's like, that kind of clarifies it all. Like, they're laughing while you're doing all this and everyone's fingerprinting normally.
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
the wall thing, I never heard of that either.
And so she's like, yeah, it sounds like it was pretty like, racially intended. And this, I'm like, all right, it makes sense. But here's the thing, man. I took it as like a sign from God to it wasn't my time to go at the moment because
That's what we did last time.
Yeah, and it was. And it fucking, trust me, it was.
Yeah.
Because we didn't go, it was.
Our relationship during that time took like a whole change, and we are totally different now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if we would have went, I don't know.
You probably would have missed that window or something.
Yeah.
We might not even be together.
Yeah, to
Wow.
be honest.
Like, genuinely. Like, and it wasn't anything to do with, like.
It was just my mental
It
health.
wasn't like arguments or like we
No.
weren't fucking bad like in a relationship wise. But during that time frame, if we ended up going to that trip, everything would be different.
Right.
Dead ass. So I'm like, okay, that's a fucking. I know a lot of people don't believe in that. Yeah, everyone's saying, oh, it could be
No,
coincidence,
I
could be that. I'm like,
Not a
that's
chance.
a sign to me, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
sign that we were not supposed to be there.
Exactly.
So I take that, when shit happens, now we kind of look at it more like optimistically. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe
No,
it
I
wasn't
agree.
supposed to go.
Yeah, because first of all, you can't cry. I mean, you can cry, but there's no point. You can't
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah, right.
Right. So for me, even for me, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna look at it as a positive sign because the day I was supposed to come back was the day we're having our staff Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I couldn't attend. The next day, I get not the next day, the next couple of days, on the Friday when I was in Toronto, we got a message in our work group chat. Hey, 4 of the 6 of us just tested positive for COVID. So I was like, damn, thank God.
Yeah, true.
Right. And I don't know. I just had to Photoshop myself into the fucking photo. I did.
Did you really?
One of my boss sends me the photo. She goes, hey, can you? She just sent it to me. I'm like, oh, fuck, I want to Photoshop myself. And she's like, no, that's why I sent it. I was like, all right, bet. Photoshop myself into the
Did
photo.
it work?
Yeah. You can't even tell.
That's fucking
Yeah.
dope.
It was sick. Oh, but then what?
I don't know. It's just so funny.
I'll send you the photo. You
We're
can't
gonna
really
send
tell.
you a picture of us on our next cruise, and you Photoshop yourself in like.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious.
I'll send you the photo right now. So when you guys got back from the cruise, though, you guys had COVID, both of you.
Not
Okay,
from the
so,
cruise.
yeah,
Not from the cruise. Okay. Talk about
everybody-
that though. Like, how did you
everybody-
guys feel with that?
So everybody thought, they're like, oh, you guys got COVID from the cruise. I'm like,
was
no,
past
we
2 weeks. It was
fucking
like
did.
3 weeks after we came back.
Literally 3 weeks after we came back is when we didn't have symptoms even then.
And
It
we had
was-
to get tested to come back into camp.
Right. We
Wow.
got
It was not from the
PCR'd.
cruise. We know
So-
exactly who it was from.
Yeah, we know where we got it. So anyway, she ends up. So this is the thing about the whole COVID experience was she ended up feeling like shit before I did.
Okay.
I didn't have any symptoms. And then she started feeling like shit. And I think, what was it, about 7 days after you?
Mm-hmm.
7 days after her, I started feeling like shit. But I felt like I was just tired, kind of exhausted. You only had, loss of taste and smell and a runny nose?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't have a cough, shortness of breath, no fever, nothing.
Wow.
So
I literally
yeah.
it felt like I just had a sinus infection, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's nothing. That's
And then-
like-
I literally didn't even get a fever. Like it
No,
was-
I did though.
Yeah.
But my fever wasn't even that bad. It was like 100.3, and that was the highest it got. And then I had a headache, like pretty much like a migraine all day.
yeah.
A fever, like chills, obviously because of the fever. A little bit of a cough, but not crazy. And let me see.
Did you go into a studio and take that? Like, what'd you do? Go to your room and take that picture, or did you already have the picture?
So I did the photo shoot with my friend prior, but I ended up having those. I had those photos. I'll put them on the screen actually.
No way. You actually can't really even tell.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The hat I obviously sent the hat. I had to add separately, but the
Yeah.
photos myself I actually did at my studio.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Holy shit.
But yeah, no, so that's all I had really, and I felt like that for like a day. Next day I had a little bit of a headache, and I was kind of like a little groggy and, not feeling the greatest, like energy-wise. And then like after maybe 2-3 days, I was like completely back to like nothing. Like
Wow.
nothing happened. But a lot of people that we do know they're having a lot of problems right now.
Like currently?
Currently, yeah.
Wow.
Like where they're still sick after, 14 days, 15 days of still having like really bad symptoms. Right. I know somebody in the hospital right now that needs oxygen and that sort of shit. So yeah, it's bad. So I'm like, but we were fine. We felt fine. I know you had, didn't you have an experience with it or no? Or?
Yeah, my whole family got it except for me.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
There's 8 people in my house. 7 of them all got it. My mom, my dad, my grandma. 7 of us in the house. My mom, my dad, my grandma got it. My sister and my younger brother got it.
Are they all vaccinated?
Yeah, fully vaccinated.
How'd they feel?
So my grandma, it started with my mom. The first day she came home from work, she's like, I have a fever. I don't feel too good. I'm like, do you have COVID? She goes, no. Because she did the rapid test. And I found out later the rapid test was just bullshit.
Yeah, I tested negative too.
Yeah, see? She's like, no, I did the rapid test. I got negative. Sweet. So she's laying on the couch and she's like, my whole body hurts. And you could tell like something's not right. And then she went in the room. She did the PCR test. She just kind of went in the room isolated. And her condition the next day was just even worse. Like fever through the fucking roof, body ache. She couldn't like walk. Taste and smell was fine, but she couldn't like get out of bed. And then my grandma and my dad and my grandma were like similar symptoms, right? They picked up. So now for 5 days, my mom's bedridden. My grandma and what the fuck am I saying? My dad and my grandma were for like 3 or 4 days. They were bedridden. My sister, she felt it a bit, but she was like able to kind of get up and walk around. She was bad for 1 day. My little brother, the moment he felt some sort of symptoms, he just locked himself in the basement. He's like, I'm not fucking coming out. He locked himself in the basement. He would just come up just to like grab food and run back down. And he isolated. He felt fine. I thought I felt symptoms, and then like I took allergy pills, and then everything just went away.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, so it was just allergies. But like I didn't feel nothing at all. Like I was completely cool. Nice. I did PCR test, I got negative, like anything, nothing.
So they're feeling okay now though?
They're all good now, yeah. Like everyone else did a PCR test and they got positive. I did one, I got negative. So I'm like, how am I avoiding this? Why am I avoiding this? I don't know. Is it gonna hit me harder in the next way? Like what's going on? Yeah. I'm scared.
Luckily for you though, it's good. Yeah, it wasn't terrible for us.
If you're vaccinated.
Right.
Everyone I know that's not vaccinated does not do well.
Yes.
Yeah, there's conversations about that. But I got the booster. Like
you did?
Yeah, so this is coming up Monday. Today's Friday. I was like on Tuesday I just got it.
I was supposed to go too.
You did say that. That's
yeah. You didn't get it though?
I didn't get it because I was just recovering from it. And I was like, I don't know. Like I feel like I should wait a little bit longer because I don't want to actually still have it in my body and then get a booster and now I'm fucking extra sick. Yeah, so I was like, I'm just going to wait.
Yeah. So. From what I heard, I don't know how true this is. Don't fact check me. Don't quote me. Apparently, March there's another booster coming out. But the thing is that one's gonna have a mix of the current one plus that one, so it's like a 2-in-1 type deal. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I got the booster, and the first day obviously it was just regular numbness here, pain, whatever, cool. The next day I was freezing. Like I had body chills anywhere I went. Like every time I would walk around, I'd be fine. The moment I sat down, little goosebumps, and like I was so cold, and I just had the body pains everywhere. The day after that, perfectly normal, no issues at all.
My second dose, I was fucked up. I was freezing, and I think I had like a mild fever. I think. But yeah.
I had to get Pfizer though because like my first two were Moderna. So the government said if you're 29 and under, you have to get Pfizer.
Yes,
if you're 30 and over, you have to get Moderna. I talked to the nurse while I was getting it. She goes, that's what the government says. If you choose, you can get whichever one you want. I didn't want to risk the heart because apparently there's a lot of heart issues with the Moderna booster for people that are under 30. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not risking it right now. So I just took Pfizer. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, we're back. So now we're all caught up. Hey, everyone.
Didn't seem like that much. Didn't seem like we missed that much.
I think it seemed more because it was like a day-by-day thing.
Yeah.
When you condense the story. It
We haven't done much, though, because...
No, because with COVID, we were at home. And
how was Christmas, real quick?
Good.
That was good.
Yeah.
No, we did my family one day, her family the next. It actually worked out really well. Yeah. For a little bit, I thought we weren't going to be able to spend Christmas with each other. Actually, it was working out where we weren't going to be able to. And then we moved some things around, and so we ended up
When's your thing? Don't you have like a New Year that's a different time?
Yeah, so ours comes at the end of Ramadan. And the thing is, Ramadan, because we follow the...
we both did it at the same time.
I forget. it's not the lunar calendar. I don't know what it is. The
Yeah,
Islamic calendar,
okay.
whatever.
Okay.
It's about a 10-day gap, right? Or 10-day
okay.
difference. So every year, like Ramadan comes earlier, right? This year, I think it's in April or May or something like that.
Oh,
I just
okay.
it's still the long
Yeah.
hours though.
Yeah.
But it's at the end of the 30 days of Ramadan, it's our celebration. So there's no like
Cool.
definitive date, right? It depends.
Cool.
I'm excited for it. Anyways, can we touch some topics before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Because that was
Sorry, guys, if you guys are bored about this podcast. Sorry.
Yeah.
This honestly, this
This is a catch-up.
podcast isn't even a podcast. It's,
Yeah, it's a
me, Sig, and
catching up.
Karlee catching up and being like, "Hey, how you been?" You
They'll
know,
get better as we.
because we actually haven't talked since.
We're going
This
on
is
a
the last
cruise again.
podcast.
Yeah,
We're
Wait,
going
are
on a
you?
cruise
maybe. Maybe. We'll
Wow.
see. If we test negative, yeah, but they're saying with the PCR test, you're still going to test positive for X amount of days.
again. But I
So
don't know.
we'll see.
That's
But
stupid.
yeah, it's just a catch-up podcast, guys. So next
Yeah,
time will be
and-
a little better.
I hope y'all like it. Still entertaining, but we can give them an entertaining thing to talk about.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
I'll put the video here of how I injured my foot.
Whoa! Damn.
Don't say that shit, dog. Get your fucking ass on.
Boundaries.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's definitely your work husband.
Do I name? So, this actually happened over the break.
You have it on video?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we're okay. You know my friend Devo. Mm-hmm. Not a light guy. I love the kid. He's like my little brother, but he's not a light person. He's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, he's a heavy guy. But here's the thing. So this is about a week before New Year's. We're just chilling at a spot. Me, him, at his house, and then we had like a few friends over. The five of us is kind of kicking it, right? We did the white elephant like Secret Santa gift give,
Okay.
whatever. So after we give the gifts, everyone's kind of chilling. One of our friends is like, "Hey, let's play Truth or Dare." All right, cool. So she has the app on her phone, pulls it up, and everyone kept picking truth. And my turn, I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna go dare. Let's do something fun. So the dare was sick. Get on all fours and have Devo get on your back and give him a ride.
Oh, God.
I was like, okay, whatever. I gotta do it. I get down. I go to give him a ride. Surprisingly, he's actually lighter than I thought.
Okay.
Okay.
Or maybe you're just stronger than you thought.
He's lighter than I thought.
Okay.
So I'm going, and this is my stupidity, right? And this is, again, a whole sign from God type shit. It's like, stop fucking playing stupid shit, right? We were all doing truth. Just continue the cycle, right?
Yeah.
I had to go do dare. I get on, and I'm like, should I neigh? And he's like, what?
Aw.
Mind you, I was sober. He was plastered.
Okay.
I go up, I'm like, I do this. And I'm like, nay, whatever the fuck, right? And he goes to fall, and
Why
he
was
tries.
that so good?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Someone clip that.
The editor clip that.
Editor?
That actually.
I'm firing him. So he tries to grab on my shirt here, and he falls. So my feet are like this, obviously, like up, right?
Yeah.
He fell right on my heel.
Yeah. That's called an Achilles tendon tear, right
But
there.
it wasn't on my Achilles though. So
Oh,
my
thank
toes,
God.
my toes did this backwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
How did you not break all your toes?
I thought I did. I honestly thought I fucking did. So what happened was, so he had a severe back injury like years ago playing soccer in his lower back. That's where he got hurt. Because
Oh, no.
my heel hit him right in the center of his lower back where he was injured. He was down for a bit. My foot is fucking in pieces. I'm literally dragging myself. I'm biting his couch to prevent myself from screaming. Like, I'm in excruciating pain. He's in pain. We're just on the ground. My friend's dying laughing because he thinks we're fucking around. He knows us to the point where we just joke. He thought we were just
Yeah.
joking
It's
around.
like, okay, guys, truth or dare.
At least he was drunk, so he probably didn't feel it as much.
Maybe. I don't know. And so the thing is, you know the massage guns?
Yeah.
The fucking rapid speed. So one of our friends thought that, my friend Devo was joking around. So he took the rapid machine gun right to his lower back. He came to do it to me. I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I literally had my right foot just like kicking out. Like, fuck off. But what happened was, so I couldn't move my foot at all. I'm like, it's definitely broken. It's definitely fucked. I couldn't move it. I dragged my foot all the way home. I got home. I fucking downed painkillers and anti-inflammatories. I iced it. I put biofreeze on it. I heating pad. I just whatever I could find. I threw on my fucking ankle, and I did that for about 4 days.
Okay.
After 4 days, I was able to lift it still. And I couldn't fully put pressure. I was able to
Yeah.
lift it at least instead of dragging it. About a week and a half later, everything's fine. I go into my shoe closet and I bend down to grab shoes. My ankle lifts and pops. I screamed. and it started to hurt again. But now here's the thing: my toe area is fine.
Okay.
My ankle is where the pain is, and right on top of my foot is right here.
Okay.
So I don't know what the fuck happened. I know it's not my Achilles because I don't feel nothing in the back of my foot, and I feel my Achilles is still intact. It's not mush. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my foot? So again, anti-inflammatories, painkillers, ice pack, bottle freeze, heating pad, all on my foot. Just fucking feeding it. So about maybe 4 or 5 days after that, my foot was fine. I was able to walk normally. Now to this day, if I twist it like this, left and right, I can feel a little bit of pain in my ankles, but it's not enough for me to be like I can't walk or run or whatever. I can do full physical activity. It's just some sort of like uncomfortability there.
Yeah, it's like discomfort.
But it's like permanently swollen. It's been swollen since. So I don't know what's wrong with it.
If you didn't explain what happened at first, I wouldn't have.
I would have been like, oh, that's not that bad.
You can't really see the injury happen, but you see him like kind of fall off my back, and then me just kind of like. Anyways, that was definitely a highlight. Oh, and then I forgot on his New Year's party, he had hookah going or whatever. I had the hookah next to me. I went to pass it to my friend on my right. The hookah's on my left. The pipe wasn't fucking long enough. Whole thing just fell.
Oh my fucking God. Why are you so chaotic?
I don't know, dude. The whole thing falls onto the ground. The coals fall onto me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now you're burnt.
Well, I'm sitting there. I'm like, something's hot. And I do like,
It's you.
fuck, my leg. I brush it off, and now I'm obviously not going to show it, but right here is a burn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right there. So I'm sitting, I'm like, something feels hot. I'm looking around, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's on me. So then I brush it off quickly. Luckily, but here's the weird part. My skin is burnt. My pants didn't burn. There's no hole in my pants. There's no hole in my boxers.
What the fuck?
But my skin is fucking burnt.
That's weird.
Yeah. So those were the two highlights of my holiday break.
Nice.
Yeah. I also got a cat.
We heard.
Yeah. So I mean, it's whatever. It's basically a mix of Seth and Kappa.
I know.
Looks like Kappa, acts like Seth.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of cat is it?
Tabby cat.
Okay.
Yeah, but she cute.
She cute. What's the name?
She is cute.
Dude,
Oh no.
my sister named the fucking cat Billy.
Absolutely not.
That's funny.
You know why? Because in my language, Billy means cat.
Oh.
I was
stupid.
pissed.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So the cat's name is Cat.
I refuse to call the cat by her name.
So why don't you give her a new name?
I call her Baby.
Aww.
She's cute. She's a little baby. She's only like 7 months.
She's a little kitty. Okay.
Anyways, can we talk about how Betty White died too early?
Yeah, that's
sad.
fucked.
That's sad.
Your fucking post had me dead as fuck though. No pun intended. Actually, I read it to Josh when you were like,
which
why
one
couldn't
is-
you're like,
yeah.
why couldn't she just wait one more day
Bro,
for the new year?
you lived. Okay, oh my God.
Wasn't she,
also,
like 3 weeks
her birthday's
out?
on the 17th
Yeah, it
of
was, like,
January.
3 weeks
Yeah.
out, yeah.
So, okay, you lived this entire life. You, like, people thought you were immortal, like, at this point. People know that Betty White's never gonna die. You lived till 9 years old. One day before the new year, you croak.
Was it just like in her sleep, like peacefully?
I don't know how she died. I don't want to look into how she died.
It didn't say. It was just like natural causes. It
Yeah,
didn't say
but,
she
like,
was
was
fighting.
she-
It didn't say she was fighting any disease. It didn't say she
Yeah.
had any condition.
Maybe
it was
she
just like
was sleeping.
she's fucking
Which
99.
would be
Like
great
like
way to go.
bro, that's an age. That is an age. That's fucking old as shit.
You know what? It's not 100.
That's true.
But no, in all seriousness, though, it is a fucking crazy thing, and it was like super sad because Betty White's like obviously one of those icons that when they go, it's like whoa, dude. Even if you weren't like a fan,
Yeah,
you're
everyone
affected in a
knows- yeah.
way, or
Everyone
you
knows Betty White,
felt some type
yeah.
of way about it. Fucking could have lived one more day though, to be honest with you. I don't know. Question for you. So,
No,
what?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going.
I
with this.
know, me too. I'm like,
The
what?
look you're
Sick.
giving, I'm like, it's gonna be
So,
something.
What
hold
kind
on.
of fucking
I'm just gonna read it off
question
of my
is
phone. Okay. So, you know when people make fun of people because they look different? Hold on.
Yep.
Just yes or no?
Yes.
Not me, but yep.
Yes, I do. Do lizards make fun of other lizards when one of them gets their tails cut off and it starts to grow back because now it looks like a stump?
Remember
He does
these?
this all
Remember
the-
these ones?
Yes, I remember these.
Remember these questions?
Good old sick right now.
Let's not gloss up without that fucking question. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know, sick. I don't know.
Every podcast he has to ask a stupid question.
I don't know the answer to that one. Maybe
You don't think?
I would say yes.
You don't think they're walking around? They're like,
fucking.
"Hey, Stumpy."
Or maybe they're like, damn, you escaped something. That's a good job. You guys are so stupid. I quit.
I told you I had pent up. Oh,
I-
there's so
I
much.
I'm laughing with sick.
quit.
I'm laughing with sick because he's laughing. not
Guys,
joking.
listen. We told this story. We caught up for 40 minutes. Let me just get something out. Okay. I saw. Holy fuck. Okay. Anyways, I was at a bar with some friends. We're just out for food, whatever. The music that was there was a live musician that was playing. Sad song. He was playing like it was one song. He was playing like some like hype music, whatever. Then he was playing like a sad song. White women would dance to fucking anything, dude. I swear to God.
Their dancing is literally going back and forth. And
No,
swaying.
like that. Oh my God, dude. These two girls, mind you, they were plaster drunk. It's a slow love song or heart. I don't know what the fuck you're saying about. It was a slow song. These two white women went up there and started dancing. They're at a fucking rock concert.
That's something I would
Throwing
do.
this shit up and they're jumping. I'm like, there's no beat. There's no fucking beat at all.
That's funny.
Like, imagine all the people. And they're like, fuck yeah, man, it's a shit. These guys fucking crying and shit. That's how it was.
I was so traumatized. There was nothing
Was it like-
bouncing. It was just one body. No ass, no tits, nothing going.
For God's sake. I swear to God. I'm not responsible for anything Sick says.
Nope.
You never are, dude. Oh, I have two more.
Okay.
I have two
Then
more.
we're ending this.
No, come on.
We're ending it after that.
All right, wait, can I say something normal first and then I'll say the two crazy things?
Okay, go.
Yes, then we're ending it.
After the two crazy things?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. My neighbor, he got a foghorn.
What's that?
You ever watch SpongeBob?
Yeah.
No.
The fucking massive,
Yeah,
like,
the huge
loud
horn.
horn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So-
Obnoxious as fuck.
One morning, this is like maybe like last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm just working, editing, whatever. My room in the basement, because of the way the house is attached to his basement room or whatever, right?
Okay.
Kind of like how yours is like the opposite effect.
Okay.
So anyways, I'm editing. 5:30 in the fucking morning. This foghorn just goes off.
What the fuck?
Dude, I literally jumped. Like I thought something fucking happened behind me. I just freaked out. Like I've never been scared like that in my life, dude. It just went off.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like, what
Alarm clock?
fuck? Probably in his basement.
It's a heavy sleeper.
It's never happened before.
Huh.
And so it just fucking went off and it fucking shook me. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Next day, 5:30 a.m. Foghorn goes up, wakes me up out of my sleep. I'm like, yo, is this guy good over there? Like, what's going on? Happens for 4 days. After that, just completely ceases. And till this day, I don't know what happened. I just know he got a fucking foghorn.
That's such a weird time, too.
Yeah. It was weird, dude.
That's interesting. You didn't go to the door and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
No. Don't really get along with that neighbor, so I don't really.
We cannot get a hold of our neighbors, and they won't shut the fuck up.
So, like, we're hearing like a bang on the wall. Like every like
Oh, that's still happening?
yeah.
Yes.
And I've tried to go to the door and they won't fucking answer the door.
Yeah, you said you were going last time, too. Fuck.
Yeah. They won't answer
And
the
I
door.
don't. And I'm starting to think it's the fridge because it's the only thing that I
Yeah.
feel like is constant, like that you would open and close. Like maybe they're closing and it's
Maybe they have like a
shaking.
cabinet or something like that.
But
'Cause
it's
the way you
so
said
I
the
think,
weird.
I think it's what you're saying. I think it's a fridge, and I think they're closing and it's
Oh,
shaking.
that could be
I think
it.
it's shaking all the cabinets and
but
all the
it's
plates
so
and
hard
shit.
to hear anything. Like I lived in the other house for a year. This house, before those neighbors came in, I never heard anything. Like I used to have music blasting here. And I've had parties at my old house. Never had a complaint ever. Why do I hear you shutting your fridge?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like
These are cement fucking walls.
yeah,
You
they're
should not hear
fireproof.
that.
Like why can I hear you?
I'll still, if you, like I said, if you guys want, I can even go check it out. Cause like,
But like
They
what are we
might
gonna say?
answer the door for him, not
But
me.
what are we gonna say? Like there's a constant thump.
yeah, like what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, why is there a thump every fucking hour?
Like we're trying to have like
Every
relaxation
single
time.
time?
We work all fucking day. We have some sort of relaxation time. There's always a loud bump or sound that's
It's
going
like-
on.
it's
And
just-
it
it's just
shakes.
once-
And it shakes
Yeah.
our wall.
Yeah.
Like we can hear stuff in our house shaking.
So I don't know
they
what
have
they're
kids?
closing. I have no idea.
I don't
We
know.
don't
We
even
don't
know
ever see
what
them
they
go in
look
or
like.
out.
Nothing. I have no idea who they are.
Damn, fuck.
so weird for being like close to the neighbors. We don't know.
I know. Like
any of them.
I wish our neighbors were like cool. And
Well,
would
we
talk
had
to
one actually. It was weird. I'm building a fire table in the backyard in the summer. It's in the summer. Yeah. I'm putting together a fire table, and this guy walks over out of a Range Rover. He gets out, comes out. He's like, "Hey, he's just letting you know I own Canadian Tire." I was like,
Okay, douchebag.
I'm like,
I'm just kidding.
Sick, bro. No, but he was really fucking nice, actually. He's like, "Hey, I own the Canadian Tire, like, down the street."
Yeah.
He's like, "If you ever need anything, let me know. I'll give it to you, like, cash."
Yeah.
He's like, "You don't pay taxes. I'll just fucking bring it to you."
Sorry.
I'm like, "Really?" So I'm like, it's a weird coincidence because we had already purchased everything we needed for the backyard.
Yeah.
So it sucked, but he offered. He's like, "Yeah, if you want
cool.
just anything you need, let me know." I was like, "Fuck, okay, cool."
I just wish we had cool neighbors.
Yeah, we don't really talk to anybody. Like, nobody's really out. Like,
I think it's the new day and age, though. A lot of people aren't close with their neighbors.
Yeah, like, but I wish, like, you know, you open your garage up in the day and you just fucking start chatting to people.
Yeah.
I don't.
We don't have that shit. We don't have that here.
Yeah.
In my old
I wish I
neighborhood,
did.
people were like, in the summertime especially, to come out, everybody be fucking talking. Again, not now, not like nowadays, no, not really. But I wish it was like that still. I wish people still talked like that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I can relate to an extent because, like, same thing. Like my old neighborhood when I used to live downtown, the street that I was on for like the solid block, we were all like literally on both sides of the street. Everyone was like one big community, one big family. You know, It's like, for example, if my mom had to go out somewhere, like she would just leave us at home because she could trust everybody around us to be safe, right?
Yeah.
So there was no issue. My house that I'm in now, like the same neighbor I was talking about with the fucking foghorn. So what he does is like, so his house is attached to mine, but the house on my right side, we share the same driveway. So they're, you know, we've always been close with them. There's a new family that moved in there, and every time that house has been rotating families for a while. Every time a new family moves in, homie on my left, at their front door, day of, becomes like their best friend. The other day, I saw him because they have a dog, right? So he takes care of their dog when she's away. So the other day, he just walks into her backyard, just casually, just walks in, strolls right back out, and I'm like, weird to me personally. I don't know what he did back there. I don't know, maybe just checking. It was just weird to me. I'm like, I'm not used to seeing that in this area where like there's this comfortability level. But even if there used to be, it's like the person's home. You don't just walk into somebody's spot like that.
Yeah,
that's weird.
true.
Like, so that to me, I think is too comfortable. Where I don't want that. I just want some sort of civil. Like,
They're not
civility.
related
Is
at
that a
all?
word? Huh?
They're not related or family
No,
or anything?
no,
Oh.
not at all. Not at all. So it's just weird to me. I don't know, but like when there's like a normal amount of like communication and you can be civil with your neighbors, that's so fucking dope, bro. Like I love that
that's
shit.
cool. That's cool.
Okay, 2 crazy stories and let's get the fuck out of here. 1, how do lesbians wash their dishes?
What's the joke, Sick?
I want you to guess first.
Like everybody else does.
Karlee?
Like everyone else.
They scissor and just put the plates in between and start soaking up both sides of the plate. and then they just rotate dishes every time. Dude,
He's fired.
why?
He's fired. I quit.
Dope.
We're done.
Okay, I was telling my friend about this. I'm like, dude, I don't remember exactly what I said to her, but
That joke is not funny, Sick.
it's pretty funny.
It's actually not at all.
Who told you that joke?
I made it up.
I know. We can tell. We can tell.
Son, this isn't funny to you. Just like, okay, next. And they're just scissored up, and the plates are rotating one by one.
I think I can't picture what you're saying, so it's like hard for me to get the joke.
You better not fucking picture shit.
Whoa,
But,
shit, dude.
but you
damn.
know, when someone tells you a joke, you gotta like, okay, how's that work?
Yeah.
But you can't. I can't.
Okay, never mind.
Try the next one.
Yeah, try next one.
We're gonna treat this like a stand up. Try the next joke.
Next joke. Don't just do it to kill time.
No.
You guys know who Dirty Harry is?
No.
No.
You never heard the term? Not the term. It's like, I don't know exactly know who he is. I just know of him from SpongeBob, but apparently he's a real person.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Dirty Harry.
Okay.
I think that's a really fucked up name because the combination of the two makes you wonder what his genitals look like and smell like.
I would not. I'm done.
You'll
Okay.
be six watching SpongeBob, be like, this is Dirty Harry, and he goes, wonder what his nuts smell
Well,
like.
yeah, like who thinks of
Dirty and Hairy, bro. Like
that is gross.
They're
but
Dirty and
can't-
Harry.
that is a shitty ass name.
that's a
That is-
crazy name, bro. The Dirty Harry. My first thing is like,
I think if you have
is there a reason you
any-
named that?
any defining name, like when people say like Lil something or, you know, Dirty something, that's already a fucking L. Hi, I'm Dirty Harry. Hi, I'm Stinky Pete. Hi, I'm fucking, you know, like that's a weird, you know, that sucks already.
We were watching names, like baby names and stuff on TV, and we would make fun of so
God,
many.
Dude. You know, like these new modern, you know, new school names that people are trying to be unique and shit like that. I get it. I like, you know, like Stormy. Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that. Like, it's the only one I can fucking think of. But like, there's, you know, some of them are really cool. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking dope ass
There's
name.
one like Neely, and I was like,
Like Neil, you know the name Neil? They just put a Y at the end.
Neely. I'm like,
Neely.
what?
I'm like, all right, fuck you.
But like a nickname.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like there was one. It sounded like pet names, but they were like for kids, and I'm like, I understand trying to be, you know, modern and cool and hip and
Salt,
whatever.
Pepper, like what?
But you know, there's
Pepper was one of them.
I've heard
Pepper.
Pepper though. Pepper is like, it's not common, but I've heard people.
Yeah,
Pepper
like
before.
people want to get unique names. I understand that, but like sometimes you're just pushing it too much.
Yeah.
And that was that video. So we watched like a couple of them.
Fork, knife.
I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Fork knife?
It's Fortnite.
That's all I was saying. I'm like, that's a joke.
It's like a meme where fork knife became Fortnite's.
After
Yes.
we gotta end it.
Jeez.
I've been holding this in for a long time.
On that note.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna pee myself.
Go ahead.
Wrap it up.
Or don't.
I have to say.
No, I'm done with the wrap it up joke.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Talking about condoms. It's a
Oh,
condom
I didn't
joke.
even know what. I don't even know
From
what that
Sick,
is.
a
I don't know
condom
what that
joke.
is.
I don't know what condoms are. Fuck, I have one more thing I want to talk about. Okay, go pee. We'll come back. Go pee. We'll come back.
Just do it. Just do it.
Just
go.
do it.
Drake's hot sauce situation.
Wait, what?
I don't know about that.
You didn't hear about this?
No.
Holy shit, he's a fucking genius. Real quick, Drake. I fucking love this guy. He had sex with a girl. After he had sex with the girl, he took the condom to the bathroom and put hot sauce in it to kill the sperm. Right?
Does that even work?
It worked. I mean, I don't know. But here's the thing. He did it to kill the sperm. Now, in case the girl wanted to go back and fucking shoot up sperm, she did. She went and got the condom and tried to artificially inseminate herself, but is now suing Drake because she started to feel burning sensations inside.
Well,
No, you can't fucking sue for that, buddy. I'm
wait,
sorry.
did it not
Exactly.
change color? What kind of hot sauce is this?
I don't know. Maybe she just kind of
Seems
saw
fake.
It's pretty.
How would you not see that it's like red? Every hot sauce has like cayenne pepper in it. It'd be red.
Yes, I know.
Maybe she wasn't. Could have been dark. Could have been like, fuck it, I just want to do
If
this
you're
shit real quick.
going to go get a used condom and get the sperm out of there, you're gonna have a whole fucking setup. I'm sorry. You're not just gonna be like
But maybe she was just desperate. She's like, this is Drake's.
Drake's. Yeah.
fucking blood. It would be like look like there's blood in it.
So she's trying to sue him for doing that?
Are you sure this is real?
I've heard
Yeah,
about that.
it's
I heard about
everywhere.
it because somebody put Frank's Red Hot Sauce
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
put Drake's picture on it, like as like
Yeah.
the advertisement. I'm like, oh, I don't know what that means though. So that actually, okay, that's
Yeah.
what happened.
Oh.
There's stuff going around. Even there's like a it's obviously a mock Durex condom box.
Yeah,
With
I did
Drake
see
on
that.
it, and it said there's like him holding a sriracha bottle and shit like that. It's,
I just don't understand.
That's smart.
it's smart on his behalf, but
he
it's
should
stupid
just
on
get
her.
spermicide and put it in there.
I mean, whatever. I mean, hot sauce. Maybe
But
you should teach him a lesson.
I don't understand how she didn't realize it was a weird color.
Maybe the condom was a weird color. Maybe the condom wasn't clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Right?
true.
Maybe the condom was like
Well,
off.
I don't know.
I mean, I just saw a commercial for an orange Durex condom, so maybe it was already orange.
Yeah, who knows? But that's fucked up.
Anyway, that's crazy.
But that's smart of it.
Very
smart of Drake.
smart.
I think he's a fucking genius for that shit.
He should just bring his own. No, I guess you're not gonna bring a dirty condom home. I would. Fuck.
It was at his house. He was home.
That's even more fucked up and weird.
Yeah,
That's sad, bro, that he has to even do that shit.
that's crazy.
I would. Fuck that.
I know, well, you're Drake. You have to. At that point, you gotta
yeah.
protect yourself. But like,
But also,
damn.
like, watch who you're fucking.
I can't believe she
can't trust
actually
anybody.
tried to do that shit.
It's
That's
nuts.
fucking some batshit crazy shit.
Yeah, dude. Sounds like someone I know.
Okay.
Let's end it.
True. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching or listening. Sorry that we've been gone for so long. The next podcast will be fun. I got a piece, so I'm going to end this really quickly. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/karlee.steel. Subscribe to our new couple channel. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers. And we do mukbangs over there. And follow me on Instagram, KarleeSteel. Anyone want to say anything else?
Yeah, follow the couple channel like she said. At whom is Josh for Instagram. At whom is Josh on my YouTube channel where I go live every single day. And sick.
Pause the screen so you can see all this because Karlee really has to pee. Okay, thank you. Bye.